Alright, so that was rough. Hello, Cake. How you doing? Yes, take a seat. Take a seat, young Skywalker. So... God damn it. I wanted to stop that before it started. I had a little bit of a scare right now because I pushed the start to stream button and suddenly it was like, yo, you're dropping 2 of every 3 frames and you are only outputting like 400 kbs. And I was like, dude, what's up? So I was like checking on my computer if I have anything on that is like using my bandwidth. No. Then I checked if my laptop was using any bandwidth, but it's in sleep mode. And then I checked if Twitch has any problems, but no, supposedly. So I was like, okay, this looks bad. This looks very, very bad for today. I was like, okay, do I have to cancel a fucking stream because for some reason I can't stream to Twitch? And then I did the one thing that you're always supposed to do in any IT problem. I turned the stream off and then I turn it on again. And now it works. I don't know why, but it works. So, hello, Cake. How you doing? Yes, you are the only one right here, right now, and you are the first one. Category, just chatting. But I mean, we're used to that kind of stuff. Like, we're used to people like coming in gradually over the course of time. Standing ovation, the sheer technical genius of this gentleman. Thank you. You expect that from someone that studies applied computer science, really? But you know, there's like a 42 seconds VOD of previous streams. If you like music, it's probably worth it. But apart from that, you're not gonna find much there. Apart from me, like, in fact, I'm not even sure you're gonna see anything. It's probably just a black screen because honestly, for a big part of like my first attempt to stream, it was 0 kbs. Like, it genuinely didn't transmit anything whatsoever. And for now, it's looking good, you know. For now, it's like 3,899.96 kbps. which is roughly exactly what I want. My dad calls it the wooden hammer method. He's a database engineer. Hi, Skook and chat. Hi, Skook and Cake. Hello, Statchy. How you doing? I thought you were gonna say hey, chat, but you're right. Cake is chat right now. Cake is all that chat is. Chat is all that cake is. Wait, no. Cake is so much more than just chat. Yo, Statchy. How you guys doing? Okay, oh god, no. I'm dropping frames again. We're going to have to be very careful. I don't want a repeat of what happened last time we were dropping frames. But so far, we're okay. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm keeping that number in check. And also, it's giving me warning still for the last attempt. So. Also, hi, chat. God, outside is so loud all of a sudden. Also, hi, chat, if there's others lurking. There might be. There might be. I never really know, because at some point they changed, like, how these people are, like, displayed in my IRC client. And so sometimes I'm not sure if I can even see them in that list. I am become chat, destroyer of words. Yes, destroyer of words. That suits you pretty well, actually. Seeing how you never check your messages before you type them into chat. You're always like... This is the way that Cake chats in chat. You know, I just opened a million things on my computer. I just opened a million things because I didn't pay attention to where I was inputting that shit. And for some reason, like, I started off in the chat box, but for some reason, it, like, alt-tabbed. Apparently, I managed to press alt-tab in that weird, like, sequence of button presses. And, now there's just a whole lot of shit open. Rip Cake, his spelling cruelly mocked. Friendship with Skoogage ended. No! Don't. Stop. Don't go. Don't leave. I have so many questions. No, you know, I say that with love. But I think you're number one of the misspellers in chat, so... Like, I don't mind it. I still understand what you're saying most of the time. I'll take my goat and go home. You have a goat? You're not at home? I have so many questions. Don't leave. But does chat have answers? I don't. Well, most of the time, chat has questions. And I'm here to answer them. So I'm the one who knocks. You don't. Wait, you don't have a goat? Or you're not at home? Well, I guess if you're not at home, you would have said, I'm not, but... Will we actually finish the game today? I'm planning to. Excuse me. I had my drink, I had my, like, protein drink just before this. And, it's my first time after a long time, and the protein powder that I'm using right now sucks. You know what I'm gonna say. So I'm trying to, like, get used to it, and it takes me some power. But, yes, I hopefully we will finish No One Lives Forever today, because there is not much of the game left, I think. Again, like, you saw that, like, ginormous boss battle we had there at the end of the last stream. So, where we cheesed big, like, Magnus Armstrong, whatever his name is. So, I recall, like, checking a chapter list for the game and finding the chapter we were at very close to the bottom of the list.
Victory Love Dance on the new Kylie Minogue album.
Palior, thank you so much for the resubs Guchin for 39 months in a row. My dude, how is it going? How you doing? Thank you so much. And Victory Lap Dance on the new Kylie Minogue album. I don't really listen to Kylie Minogue, but I guess I'm gonna check out that lap dance. Door Too Strong? Oh yeah, the door technique. Yeah, that's my speed run of No One Lives Forever. That's my strategy. I found it. Nobody else before me ever thought of that. If anyone says so, they're lying. They watched my past VODs and saw me use that strategy and were like, I'm gonna take credit for that myself. That's what's up. Patent pending. Do not steal. Going very good since yesterday. Oh yeah, dude. When I heard the results of the election, I was ecstatic. I was still disgusted. Like, you saw my tweet probably. I was disgusted and shocked at how many people still voted for that orange fuck. But he's finally out. And I felt such a sense of relief. Because in a lot of ways, for me, it felt like... I was very lethargic about politics for, like, the past 4 years or so. Because, I felt like justice wasn't being done. I felt like there was no justice anymore. And yesterday it was like, no! Justice is finally back, and it's taking Trump with it. Actually, that sounds like justice is dying or getting kicked out of somewhere, so... it's booting out Trump from the office. And that's great. I'm just so happy. And I felt such relief. Like, I was actually, like, a little overwhelmed. And it took me a little off guard because I was like, yeah, of course I'm going to be happy when that fuck is finally voted out. But it's not going to really affect me too much because even though U.S. politics are very important on, like, world stage, it's going to be more important for other people than to me. So I will feel happy, but that's it. But I was very overwhelmed and just very, very happy. So, yeah, I get that. She put up a very disco groovy album Friday. Very good bops to dance to. So where's that lap dance that she does? Or did you do a lap dance for someone as a victory to her album? That's what I need to know. Time to hit up the leaderboards. Hell yeah, dude. I'm on speedrun.com or whatever that website is called. I popped the champagne. It was very close in the end. Yes, it was. And I hate how close it was. I hate how close it was. I can never understate that. Same as well. I'm so happy he's going to be gone and he can do jack shit about it. Side note, there's only 9% speedruns submitted for No One Lives Forever. Sounds like I gotta check that out and get on those leaderboards. And even if it's just spot number 10. 48 hours. Oh my god, speedrun means... Wait, would it still be a speedrun if I started the run, played for like 24 hours, then went to bed for 8 hours and finished the game in the next day? Would that still count? Would that still count? Like, you could just see me like snoring in the background and just the main menu of the game. I need to know that, because if so, I'm actually considering it. I did the lap dance to democracy. Nice. Looks like an opportunity, Skoog. Get number 1 No One Lives Forever speedrunner under your title. Dude. My brother would give me mad respect. He loves that game. It's like one of his most nostalgia-inducing games ever. So I would garner a lot of respect for that title. It's a good idea. Like, I've always thought about like doing a speedrun in a game that I would be good enough at, but I don't think I have the patience to learn how to properly do a speedrun. So, I mean, I can always check it out. I can always try. And if it has a lot of tricks, maybe I can learn the tricks, and maybe I can actually, you know, at least get a placing on the leaderboard. Spot number 10. But, you know, the US became a possible destination for vacation again for me. Dude, like, after the results were published, I saw a video somewhere on Reddit where people in New York City were, like, celebrating in the streets. Like, the entire city was, like, screaming and whooping and, like, celebrating. And I was like, New York City has just opened up to be my next vacation spot. Like, I feel like I want to go there now. Of course, there's still Corona, and New York City is probably one of the places that were hit hardest by the pandemic. So of course I will still wait a while until I really consider that. But dude, I want to go to New York. I haven't ever gone. Like all the times that I've been in America were either in airports or in Texas or Mississippi or in a car in Louisiana, which was also very nice. Like I love the South in the U.S. Not politically speaking, of course, but like culturally speaking, and the people that I was with, of course, they were also great. And I've never been to New York City or Los Angeles, and those are two places that I really, really just want to go to. Miami too, maybe. So maybe my next vacation, once Corona is over, once it's very, very much safe to travel to America again, maybe I'll do like a 1 week, or like, hold up, let me, maybe a 5-day New York City, 5-day Miami, 5-day Los Angeles trip. That would be just about 2 weeks, so just about the length that I usually do, and then I get to cross off all 3 of those. But maybe that's too much movement for one like vacation. I don't know. That'd mean beating the game in under 1 hour and 6 minutes. Dude, if there's like enough tricks that I can peruse, and I mean we did find one out at the end of last stream. Of course, I'm not sure if that really actually saves as much time as, like, you know. But you got to consider also that was a hard playthrough. Like, what we're doing still with No One Lives Forever is the biggest difficulty the hardest difficulty setting. So it wouldn't be any percent. Any percent would be easiest, and then we just breeze through the whole thing. Like, we don't have to reload shit because every shot kills a person. At least I imagine that's how it is. And it's just going to be super easy. So maybe. I'll check it out. I actually like watching speedruns, so once the stream is over and I've taken care of my university shit, because unfortunately I did not get to finish that today, and I do want to finish it before tomorrow, because tomorrow around like afternoon is the deadline, and I gotta work, and I gotta like leave here at like 1 p.m. So I really want to get that done today. I'm not doing... Oh. Are we back? Are we back? Are we good? Yeah, okay, we're good. What the fuck happened? I'm not sure what the problem is. Okay, so hold up. 1 second. What did you guys still get from what I was talking about? Because I said a lot of things, and if you didn't hear any of those, I'm gonna be very upset. Alright. NYC is a cool place to visit. NYC is cool to visit. Yeah, I think so. San Francisco, LA, and SDCC. The fuck is SDCC? SDCC. San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, okay. Ah, I see. You weren't talking about a city. You were talking about a convention down in San Diego. It's probably going to be more like running than than shooting people. Yeah, I think so too. But to be fair, there are a few enemies that you have to kill in that game, so I'm sure Yeah, I didn't notice before, we can't change the video quality of the stream. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It really depends on like how many people are watching, I think. At some point Twitch is like, yo, this dude is being watched by 10 people. Let's give him some quality options, eh? It's like, before that, you don't catch their attention, and you don't deserve the video quality options. My stream is loading forever now. Yep, same. I'm getting a lot of buffering issues on my end too. Oh no, now stream is dead. Rip. F. Rip. Hey, Roxas, how you doing? Pylior is casting a res spell. It worked. And back. Airport. We were talking about speedrun strats. Speedrun strats or speedrun stats? Because I was like reading out how much time people needed in order to do specific things. Why is MATLAB still open? Get fucked, MATLAB. Get out. Get out. God damn. MATLAB is so clunky. Strats. Okay, so you guys did not hear me talk about who completed the run and in what time. At 10 people, you're way ahead of most streamers on Twitch who are streaming to 0 viewers. True. True. But, like I said, I think the ideal size for a stream that I would like is 30 people. Because then, like 30 active chatters. I don't care if like 1 million people watch me in the background. But if there are like 30 people in chat, actively chatting, I think that's still a size that I could read every message and talk to everyone. Maybe I'd have to like skip over the messages that aren't directed at me, but that would work. And I could still have a dialogue with everyone in chat without it like scrolling super fast, and you know, we'd have a sizable community that way. That would be my ideal, I think. Of course, any more than that is good for the money, but I think to make it on Twitch professionally, you need to stream like a lot. And I would never do that. I could never do that. I study, I have a job, I have other shit that I'm doing in real life, I have other shit that I'm supposed to be doing in my life, so I could not justify streaming more. Unfortunately. I'd sometimes like to. And sometimes I'm like, dude, I sit at home sometimes and I game anyway, so why don't I just turn on the stream? And then I remember, I like to be alone sometimes. I like to be alone a lot. It was buffering a while at 10... Oh, okay. I'm still watching that number. Correct, but I did post stuff in Discord, so it's all there, including Nulf rules. I read all of that. I'm not sure if you saw. Did not hear you talk about the other speedrunners. I'm dead inside and just want to sleep for like a week. How are you all? Why are you dead inside? What happened? Are you okay? What's up, Roxas? Let me know. I am doing okay. I'm very happy about the election results, of course. Today was a little bit stressful because I wanted to take care of like university responsibilities, and I kind of procrastinated a little bit on that, and then I was like, yo, let's do this, and then shit started to happen, and unfortunately my dresser almost killed me. I was like sorting in clothes into my dresser, and I opened like the bottom drawer, put shit in there. I opened the middle drawer, put shit in there, and then I forgot that I still had the bottom drawer open, so I opened the top one, and suddenly the whole thing came towards me, and I was like, well, shit, this is how I die. And that dresser is the one that has all my like Japanese souvenirs on top of it, so all of that came towards me, and I was like, shit, I don't want anything to drop to the floor, because there's like a bottle from Hiroshima Cola, which is like Nuka-Cola, which is kind of cool. There's other like fragile shit, and I did not want anything to break, so I was just like holding the dresser in place while I was like picking shit up and like tossing it on a cushion that was nearby. And it was exhausting, dude. Like holding that dresser in place while clearing the entire top of it. There's a lot of stuff on top of it, and then just trying to get the drawers back in and like shimmying it back into place. A lot of stuff fell behind the dresser too, so I had to like shimmied forward and get all the shit back there. It was exhausting, dude. And then I decided to just, you know what, now all the trash, like all the paper, recycle paper that was next to the dresser fell out of that, like, you know what I mean? So I might as well take out the trash too, and then I did that, and then it was just a day of chores instead of doing my university assignments, which I still want to do today. I still want to wrap that up, which is why we're not going to stream super long if we do manage to, like, finish No One Lives Forever today. But yeah, that's what happened. Nursing a hangover from yesterday. Wait, really, Pelior? You had one of those? Well, actually, you did say you popped the champagne when you heard the results, so I can imagine. Sorry to hear, though, that you got a hangover. Stuff I'm supposed to be doing. Oh. Pretty okay. Had a nice session of Vampire the Masquerades yesterday, and Tuesday my buddy from a different part of Germany is coming to visit. Have fun with that! I will, and I will destroy him in Mario Kart. Emphasis on destroy. Time to fix that dresser to the wall, it seems. I'm not sure how. It's like, there's no, like, spot where I could, like, drill, and also I don't want to drill here because this is, like, a shared half of a house, and I'm not the top dog here, so I would have to ask for permission, and that's a huge hassle. Like, usually it's not a problem, you know? Usually I'm like, yeah, I'd open one drawer and then I close it before I open another one. This time I was just a dumb jackass. Which is why, you know, it's kind of my own fault. Like, I don't see the reason to really affix it to anywhere either, even if I had the, like, tools and legality to do it. Just school stress, you know how it be. I'm having to take classes that fit 16 weeks of content in only 8 weeks, and after the semester things should be normal again. Dude, I know what you mean. Our last semester was drawn out in length because of Corona and because everything was, like, remote, and they were like, yo, we know you're having a tough time acclimating to these things, so we'll give you a little more time on this semester. But then, this semester has the same deadline that it would have had if the whole Corona business had never happened. So, last semester was very long, and this semester is going to be super, super short. I'll check that out in a sec. And this semester will be super, super short, so it'll be a hassle, and I'm already not looking forward to all the shit that I need to do. Already the first 2 assignments are a little bit bullshit for, like, the very first week. Like, for one thing, I gotta do an entire CV in a very specific way, and the other thing I need to do is, like, prepare a document that is, like, 7, 8, 9 pages long. Like, what? This is the first week of university. Give me a fucking break. Yada yada yada. But it's. I'm not looking forward to what comes after that. You know, like, what's next? Write a fucking novel in November. I mean, November is official writing month, if in case you didn't know that. But I don't want to. I don't want to write a novel for university. If I do write a novel, I want it to be in my own time, at my own pace, and just chill. And that's, you know. But I digress. NaNoWriMo, yes. National November Writing Month, I think. Was it? I'm subscribed to that. I'm subscribed to their emails. I usually get emails from them where it says what it stands for, but I'm a very forgetful person. You know that, so. Time to Marie Kondo the dresser, then. Marie Kondo. Marie Kondo. Japanese consultant. Oh, that's her! That's the chick that does all the videos of, like, this is how you fold your clothes by rolling them up. I like that, actually. I've started doing that too. National Novel Writing Month. Thank you. My master research paper was like 50 papers, so that's more like a short novel. Yeah. Yeah, but I think those things need to be that long. Like, just because of formalities, really. Like, the actual content of papers, of university papers, is usually not that much. But since you have to structure it in a very specific way, since you have to, like, add a lot of, like, extra information to what you are writing about, that's why it becomes so long. If it was just the bare content by itself, a 50-page master research paper would probably only be about 5 pages. I mostly don't care what special dedicated month it is or week. We have more causes to advertise for than months in the year. I just support the things I support all year round, really. Well, I mean, NaNoWriMo is really just supposed to, like, celebrate and promote writing. Like, you know, I think it's actually a great idea because a lot of people that I know do procrastinate a lot. And I know a lot of artists in any shapes and colors, and they're usually like, oh, I don't know, I've been feeling down lately because I haven't really gotten to do my art in quite a while. And I think, like, having a month set for that, like, kind of motivates you to go back to it and to, like, actually do it, because, you know, it's only that month. So you gotta step up to it, right? You gotta do it. And so I kind of like the idea, really. It's like, it's a celebration of it. So I absolutely get it. Hey, Living, how you doing? Could it be, or have I not seen you around in a while? What's up? Intro and conclusion are the most important part anyway. Yeah. Yeah, conclusion definitely. Like, that's basically most of the time all you need. November is play a shit ton of new games this year. It certainly will be play the same game for a shit ton of time this year. Month for me, because, you know, World of Warcraft's new expansion is coming out on the 23rd. The new patch, the like pre the pre-event, I guess, is happening in 2 days. And I'll be on that shit. There's a, like, 16% reputation and experience buff right now, so I'm leveling all my characters. I now have 12 level 50 characters. I have 12 characters at the max level now. I used to have only 5. That's how much I played this game this month. So I'll keep on playing that game until I'm getting sick of it. It will inevitably happen, like it always does, but there's a lot of new shit coming out for it this month, and thus I suspect I won't be, like, finished with it for quite a while. And I'm very happy about that, because I like that game a lot. It's accompanied me through 13 years of my life now. I played it on and off. I never, like, stayed subscribed for a very long time. But I keep coming back to it because it's just lovely. I love it so much. And when I do play it, I play it a lot, so... I remember when my father wrote his doctoral thesis, and it was literally a thick book. Thick. I like how you spelled that. Yeah, I bet. Especially, like, a doctoral thesis, I bet, is just a pain in the ass to write. Doctorate thesis takes, like, 3 years. Jeez. I get that a motivating goal one has helps with writing, but we have 12 months and about a zillion things that want or deserve their own special dedicated months. A lot of things have their own days. A lot of things have their own months. I don't think it's, like, fair to, like, knock one, like, thing that has a dedicated month just because other things don't get it. I get what you're saying, absolutely, and I agree to an extent, but it's like... we can't have a month for everything because there are only 12 months in a, like, you said that. You said it yourself. There's not enough months to celebrate everything as much as we would like to. All we can do is, like, do it ourselves. We can be like, yo, let's promote this. Fuck it. Today's self-proclaimed, I don't know, masturbation day. And you just spent the whole day masturbating with your friends. It's great. Yeah, I have had a lot of stuff going on and not much time to be on Twitch. good stuff going on or bad stuff going on. I don't want the bad stuff to happen. Also, when I was around, mostly in a lurk mode. I get that. I'm not complaining about you not being here. I'm just wondering if something like happened or if you've just been like taking a break. But I hope you are still living life in the best ways. So AC Valhalla will be my time sink this month. I want to play that, but I'm not gonna like sacrifice my time on WoW for it. And also, like, I don't know. I'm excited for it, no doubt, but I still don't really like spending more than more than $40 on a game. I don't really like doing that. I really don't. So I'll probably wait with getting it until it's like a little bit less expensive. I'll also do the pre-expansion quest in WoW, but we'll wait before jumping fully into the new stuff. Okay. I hear it's supposed to be a big step up from BFA, if that is like something you want to hear. And it does look very promising, so all I can say is it looks good. But I think the smart thing to do when an expansion comes out for WoW is wait a month or two and then see how people feel about the game, and then if they feel good about it, you know it's good. Because something that happens to WoW a lot is stagnation. Like, you jump into the new stuff, you play it for a month, and you just get sick of it because there's a lot of repetition. You really need to do stuff all the time, and it gets old fast if you need to do that. And it's not always a problem, but especially with BFA it has been, because there was a bunch of stuff you had to do basically on a daily basis, and that just sucked, dude. You don't want to keep doing stuff. You don't want to treat your game like a fucking chore. So that's basically what happened, and I hope Shadowlands is going to be different, and I think so. I think it's going to be different. But if you really want to know that, you need to wait like 1 or 2 months after it releases. It's a very long time, but I can't even imagine writing that much. I can. It's just that I usually have other shit to do, and unfortunately I don't get around to it. I signed up for their newsletters. I wanted to partake in National Novel Writing Month, but I never have because I just have so many other responsibilities that all I want to do when I do have free time is just relax and chill and not think too much. I still have games in my Steam library to play. Have been playing a bunch of League recently. League is also a huge time sink. I remember playing the shit out of that and eventually getting sick, and I haven't gotten unsick of it since then, unfortunately. I kind of dropped AC after Black Flag, especially with all the ways that Ubisoft has been treating their employees. Fair, but you're not making it better for the employees by not like buying the games. In fact, you're probably making it worse, and I hate saying that. I hate being that critical, but fact is, if employees work really hard on a game, if there are a lot of stress to make that game, if they're being like tortured in order to release that game, the really like coup de grace would be if nobody buys that game. So as much as we don't want to support these big business practices, not buying the game is, I think, not the solution. That being said, there have been great Assassin's Creed games after Black Flag. I specifically liked Syndicate. And I liked the new ones that follow more of the like RPG style game, like Odyssey and Origins. And because Valhalla follows the same like type of the game, I think it's gonna be great as well. The League has consumed my life since March. People find it useful to have it as an event. I know I found it useful to give writing a go. Yeah, there you go. Nah, not knocking one thing. Just generally the concept of dedicated months. Like I said, I just support the things that I support all year round. I'm not sure what you mean then, because what I mean is like having this month dedicated to writing Like, you don't have 1 month dedicated to just a single thing. Like, even though this is National Novel Writing Month, it's not like that's the only thing it is. It's not like November is only that. It's also not November. It's also like November is what people make of November. And I like that there are like dedications to specific months like this, to specific things like this, because they draw attention. They like attract a lot of like motivation. And that's why I like it. With your friends? Yes, with your friends. A bit of both. Just busy, but also mental health going up and down a bit, mostly due to quarantine. I get that. It has been for me too. Like, when they announced that there was going to be a second lockdown, I think that was the first time during this whole pandemic that I was genuinely very disappointed. Because when it started, I was like, okay, this was to be expected at some point. Now we just have to do the right things and deal with it for a while, and hopefully we can get back to living life normally in whenever it ends. And now that we've gone through the shit of like having a lockdown and releasing that lockdown back to having another lockdown, that's when it was like, okay, clearly nobody has any clue on how to deal with this, so we're going to be in this for a long haul. And that's when I started having a mental health dip. So I get that. Don't worry though, I'm mostly fine. Just need some self-care here and there. I get that. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm really glad you're okay. I really like BFA. Didn't care much about Legion. For me, I think it's the opposite. I really liked Legion because it had a lot to give in terms of like story. It had a lot to give in terms of like... character identity, because you had your like class order halls and the like quest lines associated with them, and I love that very much. So I really liked Legion. I also really liked specific elements of BFA, so I don't want to say you're wrong for thinking the way you do. That's never what I want to do, but I'm surprised you didn't care about Legion. What champs do you main? Don't main anyone. I only started a month or two ago. Just been trying each of the champs for a bunch of matches, then moving on. Long con, man. I might not immediately make it better, but you can't at all. Oh, okay. Only thing Ubisoft will care about is monetary gains, and things for Ubisoft employees will only change if Ubisoft changes them or the laws in several countries change. So if there's an impact because people boycott on a larger scale, they will then look into why people boycott and then try to appeal to their fan base in order to win those customers. So yes, I'm doing my part. You're right, but you are also causing trouble for the people making the game. Like, you're also causing trouble for the employees, because the first thing they're going to do is lay those employees off or like punish them in some other way. So even though I agree some things need to change, absolutely 100%, but the boycott thing is, I think, a little bit hard, because I don't think it solves the problem immediately. It certainly doesn't. You said it yourself. It would be the long con. But I think the immediate reactions would be mostly negative for the employees that we care about. I can't do much else aside from boycott and raise awareness. Raising awareness, I think, is the most important one. I don't know, I might be wrong. I'm not saying that I'm a genius or an expert on that topic, but I think we need to be careful in like being like, oh, these bosses treat their employees really shitty. We can't buy anything from them, because it does have an effect on the employees, and it's not a positive one. So we need to like consider that as well. I'm not really a one trick as I switch my main like every week, but my most consistent champs, I go back to our Mordekaiser, Lux, and Karma. Okay, I haven't played League in a while, but are you like mid then? There's a lot of like different stuff in there. Karma, I don't remember who Karma is, but Lux I remember as mostly being mid and bot support. Mordekaiser, Cool, not tried Mordekaiser or Karma yet. Lux was the first champ I played with. I liked her giant laser beam ult. Yeah, that shit's dope. Oh yeah, missing the hugs and worried about Christmas. I get that. Just want to see my boy. My boy! Meanwhile, two of my coworkers told us they got together a few months ago and plan to move in together. Slightly jealous. Oh. Aw, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. Eventually, things will go back to normal. Eventually, it's gonna be good again. So just hang in there. It's gonna go back to the way it was before, and then it's just gonna be even better because you've missed it for a long time, and it's gonna feel even greater. Once you get really good at positioning, Lux is stupid because you just QER and they die. There are counters though, I would say. But then again, I haven't played the game for like years now, so I can't. I'm probably not qualified to talk about that kind of stuff anymore. I'd rather cause trouble for a few than further enable the industry. It will ultimately prevent more people from being overworked like that. If you're alright with the short-term risks that entails, then that is certainly the way to go about it. But I just constantly wonder, is there a way to like have this like long-lasting effect on the industry without causing a short-term problem for the employees? Like, I guess what I want is the perfect solution. And a lot of times the perfect solution doesn't exist. But that doesn't mean that we should just stop looking for that perfect solution. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people have been discussing in great length and are still not done discussing in great length. So I think that's still like a big topic of a lot of like consideration. You could use that argument with boycotting child labor. If you boycott them, the children will get fired and lose income. Yeah, but it is an argument. But, you know, we need to really think about how to protect everyone from that kind of stuff. And I mean, with child labor, it's a little bit of a different story because children are children. They don't really have the power to act for themselves. Like, an employee of a firm like Ubisoft has the option to just walk out of that shit and try to get something better. And, you know, they have their own life in their hands. With children, it's different. With children, you have to intervene. With employees of a game-making company, it's like, yes, they are probably being mistreated, but they still choose to work there. You could argue that they don't have another option, but is that really true? Is that really true in like the Western world? Like Ubisoft employs people in France, I think, in Canada. That's not really countries where you don't have the option to look for something else. And having it on your resume to have worked for Ubisoft for years, that is a golden opportunity for new things. So I think we can't put child labor and employees at Ubisoft being mistreated on the same level. Let's not even talk about the sexual harassment. I haven't heard about sexual harassment, to be fair. Is this political again? Hi, King Tiger, how you doing? Apparently it is. I don't know how we get to this, like, so many times, but... Well, I mean, this is less political and more like human rights topics, which you could argue is part of politics. You can call that bad business practices and not disregard for human rights. Do you guys play War Thunder? No. Ubisoft cracked down on the time crunch, though. But I get that changing a company culture for a company as big as they are is difficult. Yes, absolutely. But that change is change that needs to happen. And I think we all know that. But how we achieve that change from outside is a tough question. Is the video delayed? It might be. We're having a lot of problems today. A lot of problems. I'm seeing we're dropping half of the frames, for example. Think you might be looking for a holy grail, Skoog. To be fair, I do that a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised if I do it here. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys think I'm being a little bit too optimistic or like too hesitant to do something that needs to be done, even though it has bad effects. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the way it is. But, you know, it's something that I've heard and something I heard being discussed in a lot of ways. Ultimately, I'm not an expert. I leave most things to the experts. I have my own opinion about it, but ultimately, I don't think I'm the one that should be making the decisions. So I'm glad there's other people that do that. I'm a top mid player, but I also like to cheese people with damage supports like Lux. I get it. I get that. That's fun. I did that too for a while. And then I became an ADC main. Did you still have an AMA question outstanding, Cake? Oh yeah, 2 by now I think? What, really? Hey, so about that AMA. I'm just happy I did not start it this time. I don't know how we keep getting into this. Guys, before we move on though, I have to say, I'm dropping half of frames. I'm dropping 53% of frames. So it's looking a little bit... it's looking a little bad for playing a game, and I really don't want to play the rest of No One Lives Forever with like half of the frames dropping. So I'll keep an eye on it, but if it stays the way it is, I'm thinking we'll just stream for like another half or full hour and just chat and do the rest of No One Lives Forever another time. I hope that doesn't disappoint you guys. But for some reason Twitch is not cooperating today. And I know it's not me because I've checked. I've restarted the stream and then it suddenly worked in the first place. So I'm pretty sure it's not me. Crikey. I'm not saying they're the same level. I'm saying arguing workers will be impacted by boycotting is a poor argument to not act against bad business practices. Yeah, but just because it's a bad argument against child labor doesn't mean it's a bad argument against people at Ubisoft. Like, I don't think you can use the same arguments there. I did not want to download that. What are you doing? Okay, log in. I'm gonna bounce because all the politics has been sucked out of me last time and I'm playing Fallout New Vegas. Alright. Fair enough, King Tiger. Have fun. The most effective way to have changes happen is for the employee to unionize. That's true. But we also have to consider, do they have that option wherever they are? In Canada and France, I would say probably, but we don't know the inside story. We can only look at this from an outside perspective. Like, I'm not saying we shouldn't do something for these people. Because if they're being mistreated, then yes, things need to change. But I think for a lot of, like, parts of life, if you live in a first world country, if you are an adult, you have a lot of power to do shit yourself. And there's like a threshold where you need to decide, okay, is this really bad enough for us to intervene? Is this really a situation where they don't have the power they need to do it themselves that we need to intervene? I think we need to think about that. All right, let me check out the questions if I can find them. Bunch of buffering? Really? You guys are buffering a lot? I'm sorry to hear that. Guys, we might stop sooner then. When did you ask that? What are you most afraid of, Mr. Skoog? Good question. I'll answer your other question first. I demand you show the Nuka-Cola. It is not really Nuka-Cola. It is Hiroshima Cola. But I think it might be a little bit in bad humor. It might be a little bit of black humor. But, you know, because it's from Hiroshima, I dubbed it the Nuka-Cola. It's a bad joke. Alright, here we are. See, it's not It's not actually Nuka-Cola. It is Hiroshima Cola. It was delicious, and I love Hiroshima. It's a great city. But, I don't know. When I saw this, I was kind of like, they have to have done that on purpose. They have to be fans of Fallout or something. But, you know, thinking about it, maybe I just think that because I'm in that type of humor. Now that I said it, I'm starting to feel a little bit bad about it because, you know, the nuke dropping on Hiroshima was one of the worst things that happened in history. But I always believe that you can make jokes about anything if you make sure that nobody around to hear it would possibly be offended by it. And I didn't do that right now, so I'm sorry if that offended anyone, but I absolutely do not mean it in bad faith. And I was really just making a dumb joke. That's okay, Skoog. You can't change internet speeds or Twitch as a whole. Yeah, but it is kind of discouraging to me that these problems exist. So I'm kind of like, So depending on how long these like problems persist, we might not stream much longer, guys. Because I really don't see the point if I'm like buffering constantly. The point is, though, that saying the employees will be affected is not an argument to not do something about the bad business practices in question, or in this case, human rights violations, and instead of arguing over how to do it or what to do for decades is pointless. No, but see, here's the thing. What you're suggesting intervention. That's like the bare fact for the first point. Then we have to think about, all right, intervention is something that should be done when the person that is to be protected or like affected by this can't invoke the change by himself. Is that the case here? Because I genuinely don't know. That's why I'm asking. Like, are these people really not in a position where they can change it themselves? Like, because the first thing that I would do about something like that is walk the fuck out. I'm not gonna get, like, fucking disrespected by my employer. I'm just gonna walk the fuck out and search for a new job. If I worked at Ubisoft for years, then there are people that I know will want to have me because I have experience at one of the most known companies in the entire business. Like, in my opinion, from my point of view, it doesn't seem unlikely that these people have the possibility of just walking out of there. As simple as that. If that's the case, though, or not, that's something that I don't know. Which is why I'm asking if there's things that I'm not considering right now. Secondly, when you think about like something like that, when you're thinking about intervening, when you're thinking about intervention, you need to think about not only the positive effect you're going to have, that people are going to have from this, but also the negatives. And if the negatives outweigh the positives, then don't fucking do it. Don't fucking intervene. Because in the end, people are in control of their own destiny. If there is an instance where people don't have the power to change things themselves, and it is going to have a short-term negative impact, but a long-term positive impact, then absolutely do it. But we need to know that shit for sure. We absolutely need to know that shit for sure, because if we don't, and we, like, act without knowing these things, we're going to cause a negative impact without really having caused something good. And that's the problem. And that's why I'm pointing this out. I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I'm just saying we need to consider if this is really one of those cases where that kind of stuff needs to be done. I get the buffers too. Shit. I'd rather hit Ubisoft and many other companies where it hurts now. Hiroshima Cola, oof. Dope bottle though? I agree, it's kick-ass. That is a cool label, I agree. Ah, cool, I missed it. Aw. Some streamers pay big money for good upload speed. I think Sam said he and Dodger pay like £700 a month. Fuck, man. That's a lot. Sam and Dodger's Adventure for Good Internet. Man. I usually like 5 megabyte a second are good enough for me. I don't know what's up today. It's not my fault. I can genuinely say that. I checked everywhere. So I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm not sure what's going on. But I think I can honestly say that it's not my fault. And it's not the fault of my internet connection either. Like, I feel confident in saying that. That seems so pricey. I'm in France on optic cable with 600 MB upload and I pay 38 euros. Damn, dude. That sounds fucking good. Let's hope it goes more smoothly in their new place. Yeah. They should go to like a place that has optic fibers. Like maybe the reason why it's so expensive is because they don't have that technology wherever they live. They paid for a business line to a private house. Not surprised it's expensive, but the price seems stupid. Yeah. But do they really need a business line? Like, I mean, what Palyor has sounds perfectly reasonable for streaming. In my opinion. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, that is also not an option if the employees walk out or complain to HR. There have been reports at several large gaming companies that they torch their employees in the industry and then make up BS to fire them on, naming re-employment impossible. See, that's where we need to intervene. This is what we need to change. Like, if a company treats their employees like shit, these employees need to quit. And then they should be free. If that's not the case, then that's the point at which we need to intervene. That's the point where we need to say, you can't do that to people. That's libel. That's defamation. Like, you can't do that shit. You're making it impossible for them to find new jobs, and that is the issue. So that is the line where I would definitely say yes, that's where we need to intervene. But how we do that? Not by boycotting their games, I would say. That's my opinion. Like, I would say this is a political issue other than like a customer issue. Like, because as a customer, you can choose to not buy their games, but that's going to have a negative impact on the employees as well. If you put this on a political stage, however, if you manage to make it heard so loudly that politicians take note of it and that politicians actively want to change something about that, then they will be able to change this without short-term consequences for the employees, but long-time benefits and short-time benefits for them instead. I think it might be worthwhile to shelve the boycotting discussion for now. One person has already left the stream as a result of it. That's King, you know. King King doesn't like political speech. I don't want him to leave. I don't want anyone to leave because of it, of course. But I do want to talk about things that I believe matter. And if people don't want to hear that kind of shit, I don't want to say leave, but it's your choice it's your choice whether or not you want to hear this. And I wanted to talk about this now. I think we're done at this point because I don't know what else we can possibly discuss about this. But if you don't like hearing it, then you probably need to leave, because yes, the truth is usually uncomfortable. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to talk about it on here, because I'm not a person that doesn't talk about things just because they're uncomfortable. This is real. Like, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I don't give a shit if people feel uncomfortable about this, because if I feel like this is something that should be heard, if this is something that should be talked about, then I will. If you want to shut your ears about that kind of shit, go ahead. I will not judge you for that, but it's my opinion what I do here. It's my choice what I do here, and if you're not alright with that, then it's your turn to do something about it and go watch something else for the time being. I don't know. I know the topic is important, but it's a little uncomfortable. We've had some discussion on it. Twitch chat is unfortunately not a great place for a lengthy discussion of serious topics. I disagree. Like, yes, the internet can often be a shit show, but we have a lot of very reasonable people in chat. And right now, nobody's fighting with anyone. We're calmly discussing something of importance, and I think that's nice. I think we're having like a good and valuable talk about this. Like, if it would ever get to a point where people are shouting at each other, I would cut that shit out, of course. But it has not gotten to that point. Hey, big boy turtle meat, how's it going? It would be sweet if we could keep them from mistreating employees like that, yes. But as a regular Joe, maybe not even in the country that they reside in, then you don't have an option to change it without boycott. The employees have more power over that than the customers, though. Because honestly, if a company mistreats their employees, then if they play fair by the rules, then they are going to burn down themselves. Like, if Ubisoft mistreated their employees and there wasn't this situation going on about them committing defamation and libel on their like ex-employees, then we would have a company that whose employees would literally just leave. They would not find anyone new, and if they find someone new, they would leave because they're being mistreated. Real change comes from within. Like, a company like Ubisoft needs to change this structure for themselves if they want to succeed. But since they're not playing by the rules, they're preventing that. But if we intervene at the right spot, if we intervene on a political level, if we stop them from having this negative impact on their ex-employees, then they will not have that option anymore. They will not be able to stop people from leaving. And that means they can't let them leave in another way, which means they're going to have to treat them better. So real change comes from within. And boycott, I think, is not the option. It's not the solution. Not the solution. It is a solution. But I don't think it's the solution. You think you're talking about a political topic as if the internet can't go on about these topics forever. It's true. It's true. But I've said, I think, all I care about. And if Cake has said all that he cares about, and I think at this point we're starting to repeat ourselves, then we should be good stopping the discussion here. Alright, I'm gonna bring this bottle back because it's been in my hands for a while now and it's starting to get really warm. Strangely warm. Can't believe that dresser almost killed me today. It's like it was yesterday. Cake, that's exactly what I just said. That's exactly what I just said. I said that we need to intervene, but on a political level. That's literally what I just said. I'm just saying we shouldn't intervene on, like, the level of, like, yo, we are boycotting your games. Because I don't think that's going to solve anything. I agree that we need to intervene. Again, I'm not sure if you're misunderstanding me right now. If I'm, like, saying it in a weird way or something, I'm sorry. But I'm saying, yes, we need to intervene, but in a different area than you have said before. Not by boycott, but by law. But yeah, you're right, we're going in circles. That happens a lot. That happens a lot, honestly. Because usually what ends up happening in discussions like these is, at some point, and I think that's happened now as well, people start talking, like, past each other. Like, we're, like, repeating the same things because we think they're clear enough for the other person, but the other person misinterprets it, and, like, it becomes new material somehow. But I think we've said the same thing over and over again now, without the other person necessarily understanding what we mean. Did you take stuff off the dresser to prevent it happening again? No, the problem wasn't stuff on the dresser. The problem was that I opened all the drawers at once, which was stupid, but I literally didn't see that the bottom drawer was still open, so it was an accident. But it's not gonna happen if I just open one drawer at a time. I'm not saying you shouldn't talk about it, as I care deeply about people. I'm just saying things have been really stressful in the United States with the election, and I was looking forward to just a little chill break. But I'm not implying you shouldn't talk about it, just that I am a little overwhelmed at the moment. Fair. And I get that. And I want this place to be a place where you can just chill out and relax. And if this discussion has upset you, I'm sorry. Of course, that was not my intention. Neither was it Cake's, I'm sure. But these are things that I get into when I start talking about these. And I'm not just gonna stop in the middle of it. So it was important to me that we wrap this up, that we finish talking about it. So now that we have, I think we can get back to the more like good things in life. I will boycott either way, whether I'm outspoken or not, because I'm just not comfortable financially supporting a company that treats people this way. That's your choice. That's absolutely your choice. I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm like talking about what I think we as a society should do. And like, I'm not even saying what we should do. I'm like wondering what we should do. I'm like talking about, okay, what should we do as a society? How should we react to that? Like, I'm not saying that my like way of thinking is the is the best way of thinking. I'm not saying that my solution that I'm proposing is the solution. I'm just saying that your solution is also not the solution. I'm saying there are solutions, there are many of them. We need to think about them in great detail before we can like settle on them. That's all I'm saying. Speaking about the election, y'all seen the speech Biden gave? Not yet. I want to get there though. So all the weight got shifted with all the drawers open? Yes. Yes, it was scary. Pal, your messes with Skoog's hair. Excuse me? What the fuck? Banned. Man, this always happens when I speak too much. At some point, I just start, like, having so much air inside. I don't know how it happens, but it does. I'm not sure if I'll ever get to the point where I can just speak and speak and speak and speak with no issues at all, because my throat gets scratchy. I get like so like I don't want to say gaseous because it's not gas, but it's air. Like it's air inside of my stomach. I don't know if I like swallow it down while I talk. Maybe that's the issue. It was so wonderfully normal, reasonable, and not crazy. It was almost jarring compared to what we've had the past 4 years. I bet. Can someone link me that video so I can check it out later? Because I have not gotten around to seeing it yet. God damn, there's so much shit that I still need to do today, guys. I'm not sure I'm gonna get through this day. Like tomorrow I'll wake up at 6 to work for 6 hours. Then I'll go jump into the shower, get ready, and then at 1 I'm leaving. So I don't have the time to procrastinate the shit that I need to do today until tomorrow, because I literally need to finish it until tomorrow. So after the stream I'm gonna have to sit down and finish up the rest of it. And I'm the kind of person that likes just relaxing at the end of the day, that likes just sitting back and not doing anything productive, just relaxing, not thinking too hard about anything. And I feel like I can't do that today, and that's pissing me off. Palier takes the alpaca plushie hostage. How dare you? What is wrong with you? Banned. And by the way, guys, I know I get a little bit like energetic when I talk about these subjects, but I hope you know that I never mean any bad to anyone. Like, I think I've like heard it several times in the past that when I argue about things like that I sound like I'm angry, but I'm never angry. Like, I'm totally 100% perfectly fine with everything and everyone here. I don't have anything against anyone. Like, I hope you guys know that. Because if I do get energetic and if I do sound angry, I'm not. I promise you that. Cake, we're good. Like, I'm just because I have different opinions doesn't mean that I hate people. I know that a lot of people for some reason do, but I'm not like that. Permission to post link. I swear to God, if you actually post link from Legend of Zelda, I'm gonna murder you. Roll for initiative. Oh, goddamn. D20 says 20. Here, wait, I have dice. You said we could fight? Whoever said anything about fighting? Yeah, it takes a good while to get me angry too. Okay. Yeah, I think the problem is like when people talk about stuff like that, since they do get energetic about it, because it is something that they care about. "18, bitch." Wait. That's how it is. Since it is something that they care about, it can sound like they are angry very quickly, but that's not the case. Like, it's sometimes very hard to distinguish that, but that's just why I wanted to say that as like a last word about the topic. Like, you know. I'm sure it's all over YouTube if you do a quick search. Oh, yes, thank you. All right, copy that. Put it in pause immediately. In fact, I should probably not have that running right now. Good luck finishing stuff up. Thank you. It's not too hard because it's the first week. They wouldn't give us too hard assignments, but it's like bothersome because we need to. It's like boring Sisyphus ass work. It's like here's a step by step on how you need to solve this. So it's not hard to do it because they literally give you the solution of how to do it. But it's long. Like the first sheet that we need to do has like 6 exercises. And they're all like, okay, do this, then do this, then do that, then do that. Then check what it says. Great. Awesome. And the thing is, with that specific module, you need to document everything that you do. And it's like, yeah, so I did exactly what it says in the fucking like description of the assignment. I did that, then I did that, then I did that, then I looked at the thing. Here's the thing. Great. Wonderful. And for that, I needed to waste 2-3 hours of my life. Fuck you. Like, honestly, what the fuck's the point? If you give me like a step-by-step on how to do the things that I'm supposed to do, then what is the added value in the assignment? Why do I have to do it? That's what I get angry about. Me doing assignments till midnight? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna follow suit. Link from Zelda, I thought the classic was never gonna give you up. Oh, yes. That would have been good too. 18's pretty good. What is your dex mod, Skoog? Probably +2. So let's say it's a 20. Of course, it's not an actual 20, but who cares? I think there's like my friend who I play D&D with sometimes said there's like a possibility, there's like a skill that allows you to have crits on 18 or 19 at some point, so you know. I see 5. All right. You know what? You're being cheeky, Statchy. And I appreciate that about you. Usually. 6 exercises, your brain's about to get buff. My brain is buff. It's being dumbed down by the stupid-ass Sisyphus work. And I don't say that like arrogantly. Like this shit is basic level. Like it seems like every semester they start off with, okay kids, this is how it works. This is how you spell your name. And you're like, okay, gee, thanks. I came here exactly to learn that kind of shit. Wonderful work. Thanks. It's like every semester they assume that it's your first time learning anything. And it's just really annoying because there's shit that you need to do. And it's like, yeah, thanks. I already know how to do that. Can I skip it? No. Documentation is important, good habit to build. That's true. I agree with that. But when you literally have a step-by-step solution of what you need to do already, you're literally just copying what it says. There's no point to that. There's literally no point. Like if it was something where you have to work by yourself, where you have to choose what to do by yourself, then I would get that. But it's like, all right, so here's what you do. You do this, you do that, you do that, you do that. And keep in mind, you need to document everything you do. It's like, bro, you just did it for me. Yeah, some things are more time consuming than they are difficult yeah, or challenging. Unfortunately. Fighter has something in a subclass as well as Barb. Okay. And by Barb you mean Barbara from Stranger Things, of course. She has that skill as well. Which is funny because Stranger Things also has a lot of D&D. People in my D&D groups keep saying I'm a high-int, low-wisdom character, so basically a wizard. Doesn't it say on your character sheet if you have high-int or low-wisdom? What was it again? What was the comparison again? Like, intelligence is knowing that tomatoes are a fruit.
I am here.
But wisdom is knowing not to put tomato in a fruit salad. Isis, thank you for the biddies! Thank you for the 300 biddies. And hello, how are you doing? Are you doing fantastically? I heard some US citizen gets to celebrate the fact that they're not under a terrible regime anymore. Sorry about the politics, but it's true. Ew, salad. Hey, W-Tile. We were talking about fruit salad, actually. That's a lot better than salad, right? How's everyone doing? Happy about the election results. Stressed out because of being almost killed by my dresser today and having to do a ton of stuff for a university that I don't agree with doing because it's stupid Sisyphus-ass work. But apart from that, I'm doing wonderfully. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Sorry, Skoogage, I left my RL... Okay, so it's about real life. So you know so you know that tomato is a fruit, but you don't know not to put it in a fruit salad. I see. I see. Don't some people also call wisdom like street intelligence? Or street wisdom? No, street wisdom contains wisdom, so never mind about that. I'm exhausted. Oh no. Hard day at work is not because it's Sunday. To be fair, so far I've only ever played one-offs, so I've never had like a constant character in D&D. I'd like to have a longer campaign at some point, and I think it's something my friend is actually considering because we are kind of like having a solid group at this point of like, well, 4 people really, including the DM. But of course, having an adventurer group of 4 would be better than 3. Hey, I'm not dropping frames right now. Wait, is that true? Ah, no, never mind. There we go. Something like that, like a -2 to insight. I love that you use the word Sisyphus, a Greek name, as a modifier. Well, you know who Sisyphus was, right? You knew the guy that, in Greek mythology, he was the guy that got doomed in the underworld to, like, push that rock up the slope. and watch it roll down every time, and he needs to go do it again. Like, I'm not sure if Sisyphus work is a term in English, but in German we actually say Sisyphusarbeit. So Sisyphus work, when we refer to work that is just tedious and annoying to do and repetitive and stuff like that. Like, we Germans, you know what I mean. But like, that's how we use that word. So I hope I could share something funny today with you. The overwhelming urge to invite Skoog to game intensifies. Dude, we would have to find a time slot, and I'm really bad with that at the moment because I like being like very flexible in time. And usually that means that I'll have very spontaneous invites to specific things, or very like spontaneous appointments to things. So having like set days on which we campaign, that would be really tough for me. I think like Stachy knows what I'm talking about, because Stachy invites me to board games sometimes. And like, Stachy invited me to like a regular board gaming session that we sometimes do. And it's always a problem because either I have something on that specific day and can't attend, or I come home late enough to attend, but then I just lie back and kind of like nap away, which I feel bad for. I always want to join. I like, every time you post a reminder, I'm like, yeah, this time I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be there, and then it's like, shit. My current D&D character is a female mage dwarf called Chemaine Grimbergen. She consistently tries to sell her family beer to every inn we go to. I like stuff like that. I like it a lot. Like, very distinct character things. And I try to build that into every single game we have. Like, last game, let me think about it. What did I keep doing last game? We were, okay, so spoilers. We were on a ship that turned out to be one giant mimic, which was very interesting. My friend wrote that campaign himself. It was one-off, so we did it in one evening, and it was very interesting. But I kind of forgot. Like, I always... Okay, yeah, so for that specific game, he actually gave us characters to play. So, it was a little bit hard for me to do anything there, because I always prefer like making the character myself and building in something like distinct. And as a fire mage, I would always try to set it, or as a mage, I would always try to set everything on fire, no matter how weird the idea was. And I actually set on fire an entire goblin toilet, which blew up like half of the fucking dungeon, and that was fun. It is not a saying, at least in the Midwest, most people wouldn't even care about the Greek mythos where I am. I know what you mean by Sisyphus work. The English phrase would be a Sisyphean task. Okay, there you go. That's what I meant. I think that is neat. I also think that's neat. Like, that's actually one of the things I really appreciate about the German language, that we, like, use allegories and analogies like that, like, in a lot of our terms for things. We are not afraid to use words like this, and I think that's neat about the German language. It's a language of poets, for sure. Oh, I forgot I had news. Oh, tell us the news. Tell us the news. Tell us the news. Yeah, I do a board game group with people from Dodgers chat using Tabletop Simulator. Yeah, and most of the time I'm not there because I have other shit to do, unfortunately. But next time, if I don't have anything to do on the Saturday, I will fucking make a calendar entry that I can, remember to, like, log in on time and get there. I'm not missing it again, period. Like, if I have something to do, there cannot be anything done about it. But if I don't, then I'm making sure that I'll be attending. Alright? I could work something out, maybe like a recurring guest character as part of a longer ongoing campaign. And when you have the time and want to join, the next time we make an appointment, you just let me know. I can try. I wouldn't mind being like the mysterious character that pops up every once in a while, but I'd really have to like think about when I'll be able to do that though. So just as an FYI. Doc and I got engaged? What the fuck? Are you serious? That's awesome. That's not just news. Dude, like what the hell? That's awesome. Congratulations. That's big. That's very fucking big. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm really, really happy to hear that. Jesus Christ. Who proposed? Who proposed? Was it you or was it Dog? If you don't mind my asking, like if you just wanted to share the news and be done with it and like not have anyone be too invested in your personal life, then I get that, but I'm wondering about it now. It's fine, Skook. I'm aware you're busy with university work and other stuff that takes priorities. Yeah, but you know what? I can do university work whenever I choose to most of the time. So you know, I'm like I should be able to make it if I set if like put a calendar entry and just do whatever else I need to do before or after that. So I'm like kind of figuring out how I get my life back into shape with that, because that's not just a problem with a regular board game group. That's a problem with a lot of areas in my life. Like I'm bad at that sort of stuff. And I hate how bad I am at it. So I want to get better at that. And I think maybe that's something that would help. So don't you know, don't mind me. Like don't think I'm just doing this in order to like come hang out with you guys, as much as I want to do that in itself. But I also want to do that because I think it would help me in also other areas of life. The stream keeps cutting out for me. Oh god. Yeah, I think we'll only be able to keep this up for another half hour, so just as an FYI, we are having a lot of difficulties today. I'm not sure what the cause is. It's not on my side, I think. It might be Twitch. I'm not sure, but for some reason, it just doesn't work. So, we'll keep trying for another half hour, and if it doesn't get better until then, we'll just dip. And I hope you guys are alright with that. We had a lot of discussion today, so at least there's like some sort of added value to today's stream. Want me to shoot you an invite and see the Discord server? Sure. I'm not gonna immediately be like, hey everybody, it's me, it's Skoog. I'm super happy to get to know y'all. Like, because like I said, I have other shit to do right now, so, and if I do want to make an entrance, I want to like make an entrance where I can stay to like be like, yo everybody, hi, my name is Skoog, or Mike, whatever you want to call me. I can't be around for much, but I'd be happy to like be in your group for like once or twice every once in a while. Like I would like to have some time for that, so go ahead, shoot me that invite. I'll get into the group, but I'm not gonna talk immediately. Most of the time, my role is like the silent watcher at first, anyway. Like, I'm like, okay, I'll get into this group. I'm just going to hang out and chill for a while, and then I'll make my entrance. Because I like knowing people before I know them. That's something I like to share about me. I like being like, I like knowing a couple things about someone before I get to like talk to them, because I'm a people pleaser. That's not necessarily something good. Before I say anything else, that's not necessarily something good, because it means that I'll try to appeal to whoever I'm talking to, and be less just forward with everything about me. Like, I'll mostly just talk about like stuff that we have in common. I'll mostly just talk about stuff that I know interests the other person. That's the kind of stuff that I do. And so I talk less about stuff that I am very interested in, but know that other people might not be. Like, that's the thing. So most of the time when I get to meet new people, I am the silent observer for a while before I like talk a lot. Celebratory quote time. Flop over dead. Flop over dead. Something swallowed the D. I'd make a joke about that. Yeah, there's some stream issues throughout. That explains it. Hello, yes, this is Doc. Yes, I love my shortcake and I can't wait to marry her. Oh my god. That is so adorable. I'm super happy for you guys. All my love to you. I hope that once this pandemic is over, you can have a huge celebration, or if you're not into that kind of shit, that you can have a small and quiet celebration. Just that it's going to be perfect for y'all, and you have all my support, and I just go, guys. I'm super happy about that. I'm super happy to hear that. I can't even begin to describe how much that kind of stuff just gets to me on an emotional level. I love hearing that. I'm super happy. Like, I don't know you guys super well. Like, it's not like I'm any of y'all's best friend, but I care about you guys a lot. And I know I don't know much about Dog, but the only thing that really matters is you guys are together, you're happy with each other, you're getting married. Fuck, man, that's awesome. Like, all the best. Actually, the people-pleasing aspect I can't really relate to. The knowing how people generally behave before properly getting to know them, yeah. Well, people-pleasing, like, it's not like I change myself to please people. Like, it's just, there's a lot of stuff that I like. There's a lot of stuff I'm interested in. So usually what I have to do, or what I do naturally when I meet new people, is like, I try to find the things that I'm interested in that the other person is also interested in. And I'll just keep quiet about the entire rest. I won't be like, yo, you know what I really like? This thing. If I don't know if they even care about it, I won't even bring it up. I'm just going to be like, yeah, okay, so I heard you like this and this. I have that and that to talk about it. And that's mostly what I do. Like, I don't pretend to like something. I don't pretend to not like something because I think it pleases other people. I just please people by talking about common interests and leaving out all the stuff that isn't common. Good God, that celebratory quote. That was me 2018. I have matured since then. Penis. So, I don't even know where that quote is from anymore. I think I was playing Overwatch, maybe? It sounds to me like I might have been playing that. We will let everyone know when that happens. Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers for you that you can have it as soon and exactly the way you want it, because I have a friendly couple that was planning to get married this month. Of course, they had to move that celebration because with all the stuff that's been going on in Germany, we can't even meet up if we're more than like 5 or 10 people anymore. Cake, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't actually know. When it comes to laws and regulations, I'm really bad at that kind of stuff. I just let other people do it and let them tell me so I know what to do, because I really don't, you know. For Corona regulations, I barely meet up with people during these times anyway. I'm very careful about that kind of stuff. I only meet up with my girlfriend and whoever, like, I barely meet with anyone, and if there's someone else that doesn't really meet with anyone because they're always in home office or something, I don't have a problem meeting them as well. But I don't meet in groups during these times, and as long as the regulations aren't tighter than that, I'm good to like not immediately be in the know about everything. And usually, word travels very quickly, so people will be like, "Oh, you heard they're like doing more regulations now," and I'll be like, "Ah, okay, thank you for letting me know," because I wouldn't have known otherwise. I don't watch the German news. I don't watch German news. It's I don't know. I usually get my news over the internet, but with that, I only get like international news, so I usually don't get news from my own country. Yeah, 4 is the limit currently. Really? 4? That's an odd number. Wasn't it 5? I thought it was 5. But oh well. Like I said, it's not that I meet up with more than that anyway. So I'm good. Well, I mean 4, I guess it's a good number for like having like what do you call them? When you're a couple and you hang out with another couple. What's that called? Like a double date? Was it double date? Because I guess that would be the right number for that then. But I seem to recall that it was like a 5 or a multiple of 5. So either like 5 or 10 or 25. I think those are numbers that I remember. The 4 is the new one. The odd one out. Man. I don't know why it keeps happening today. I genuinely don't. Like, at the start of the stream, it was just the bitrate, but now it's just, like, constantly dropping frames, and I don't know what's going on. In fact, like, it's weird. Like, the bitrate is perfectly fine. But why am I dropping that many frames then? Like, there's no explanation to this kind of shit. I can like try to figure out what it is, but I don't think I'll have any luck doing that. What if I quit Chrome? Nah, I can't figure it out. I genuinely can't figure it out what's causing this. Wait, did that fix it? Hello? Your stream is experiencing issues. Really? Yeah, double date. Are you guys still hearing me? Like, for some reason, chat got super quiet all of a sudden. And that always gets me very paranoid about, is the stream still on? Is my chat working? Are people dipping out because they hate how, like, every second frame disappears into the void? I mean, it looks to be fine now, actually. Oh no, my stool. My chair is sinking. How about you guys? How do you think the quality of the stream is right now? Oh, thank you for the invite, by the way, Cake. So I actually gave wrong info. It seems like it depends what state you're in. I'm in Hessen, and for me it's like up to 10. Okay, so I live in North Rhine-Westphalia, which would probably mean that I would be able to meet with one other person, because it's really bad in North Rhine-Westphalia. Hello, hi, Pa. Can still hear you, thinking about something else right now. Okay, that's fair. I just wanted to know if chat is working, like, because... Like, I don't mind if someone stops talking, but if all stop talking at the same time, that gets me a little bit suspicious about whether or not the stream is still connected. And I fear that today is going to be one of those days where I kind of depend on, like, conversation partners. So if you guys don't have anything more to say, I think we're going to be stopping pretty soon. Because I have spoken a lot. My throat is kind of dry now and kind of scratchy. I need to still finish up that assignment. which I hate as a reason for like stopping the stream early, but it's true. I need to finish that before tomorrow, and I do want to have a little bit time at the end of the day to like wrap it up. So we managed to stream for like almost 2 hours anyway, like which is amazing in the first place. Stream's fine. It started buffering. I can see chat again. Right the second it's fine. Overall with buffering it's okay. Okay. Well, it is still dropping a few frames though. I see that happening. So here's my proposal. We will stop today. We will stop now. And hope that next time it's going to be better. Let me look into my calendar really quickly. Okay, so my calendar doesn't say anything about... Oh yeah, Thursdays. I wanted to talk about this actually. So Thursday I canceled the stream because I had a university lecture going into the evening, and that one actually ended up lasting a lot longer than I expected. So it's kind of an issue because it's one of those lectures that I really probably should attend and can't just skip. So I'm like considering how I want to do this in the coming, like starting from now. Honestly, it's kind of an issue for me to do it Thursday evenings now, I think. So we might have to think about a new day. I'm considering how to do this. We could stream on Wednesdays, if you guys are up for that. I found the NRW things. Gonna post into Discord. Thanks. Thank you. Sorry for being quiet, lol. I was playing Tetris and I got super intense. No problem at all. I just, like I said, I just start worrying when there's like a lot less chat activity all of a sudden, because it could be that like I got disconnected from chat or something. Like if people were like talking and suddenly stop, then that's where I am like, did something happen, guys? So don't worry about it. Like I don't mind people lurking at all. It's just, it gets me paranoid whether or not something has happened that prevents them from talking to me. Like dying. You do you, Skoog. Take care of yourself. I'm going to chill out. Alright, Roxas. Hope you enjoyed watching. Hope you enjoyed having me here. I certainly enjoyed having you here, so have a wonderful evening. I'm fine with with Wednesday. Alright. How do all the others feel about Wednesday? Because I feel like we switched from Wednesday to Thursday at some point because we had a specific reason. Wednesdays are fine for me. Okay. Well, actually, guys, Wednesdays might not always be fine for me, but next week might work out. So this is not a guarantee that it will always be on Wednesdays, because a lot of times on Wednesdays I meet with my girlfriend, and that's one of the days that works out best for us to do that. So on other days it might be Tuesday, it might be something entirely different. So we're going to have to figure that stuff out. Unfortunately, I hate that. I'm sorry for it because it's a little outside of my control. If I have lectures in the evening that I have to attend, then I can not do anything against that. So I'll try to figure it out. If there will be a stream next week, it's likely going to be on Wednesday, though. Wednesday is indeed a day that exists and works. Okay, great. So keep an eye on Discord predominantly, because that's where I will be posting on whether or not Wednesday will work out. I would say prepare yourselves for the possibility that next stream will be on Wednesdays. So if you want to, if you feel like it, if you feel like watching the stream on Wednesday, then just check between 3 and 5 p.m. CET whether I've said anything about it on Discord, and you'll be fine. I will also I'm not sure. I'll probably let you know some way or another. Don't worry about it too much. These are weird times, and think it's fine if it takes some time to figure things out. Yeah. I hate it, though. Like, I hate how my university sometimes places lectures so weirdly. Like, I have lectures in the morning, in the afternoon I have nothing, and then again in the evening. Like, come on. That is so bullshit. Like, you want me to just... Like, how do you expect this to work if it wasn't Corona right now? I would go to university, I would go home for a few hours, and then I would drive back to university? Like, is that what you expect to do me? Like, fuck them. Right? And also, like, even if it's digital, like, you expect me to save my entire day for something that in total only takes a few hours? Fuck that business. Like, I'm gonna figure that stuff out. I'm gonna figure out if I need to attend that course, or if I can just hand in my shit every week. I'm gonna see about that, and hopefully I'll be able to just dip out of there real fucking quick. Alright, so I will update you on that. But I'll need some time to figure that out. So just keep an eye on Discord. I'll let you know there. And for now, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. I know there have been a lot of issues today. But the funny thing is, it looks like it's getting better now, because instead of being red, it's now yellow, which means that that it has slightly less issues. Yeah, your stream is experiencing minor issues, it says now. So apparently it is getting better, but I don't have the time to wait for that to be entirely good again. And thing is, we already talked for 2 hours. I would have loved to finish up No One Lives Forever today, but the internet had other plans. Thank you so much for the biddies, Isis. I really appreciate it. 200 biddies with the pride flag. Hell fucking yes. Generally, that's how uni works. Yeah, you drive there in the morning and then either decide to spend several hours there or drive home back and back there later. Yeah, but it's bullshit, isn't it? Like, come on. At least don't have the necessity of attendance then. Because, like, it's too much. Unless you can prevent it via better timetable mapping. Yeah, here's the thing, though. I don't think they have that. I don't think they have the option to move any of those lectures around in terms of time slots. I think that's just the way it is. Like, for whatever reason. And I hate that. But I'll figure it out, like I said. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are going to finish No One Lives Forever. I swear to God, it's going to happen. It's not going to happen today. I have to dip out. Hello, yes, this is Dog again. Isis is super adorable and I love her so goddamn much. I want to make this kitten smile forever. God damn it, you guys are adorable. I'm dying of I'm getting diabetes just reading out your messages. It's awesome. Aww. Yeah. Big congratulations again to Isis and Dog. I love that. I love that happened. And I wish all the best for you guys. Hope you can celebrate a bit more for the rest of the day and for a lot of weeks to come and years to come. In fact, decades, millennia. But I'll dip out now, and I hope that y'all can enjoy your evening. Like I said, sorry it didn't quite work out the way we wanted it to. But next time, hopefully. Depending on whether or not Twitch is being a bitch. Which is funny because Twitch rhymes on bitch. And bitch rhymes on Twitch. Thank you so much. No, don't thank us. Don't thank us. Alright. Have a good one. Never forget kids. Don't skip school. And I'll see you guys maybe Wednesday. Probably not on Thursday. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Thank you guys so much. Much love to all of y'all. And just have a great time. Thank you guys so much. And see you later. Bye.